This is all that remains of the sugar produced in this particular sugar mill last year. Let's now cross over to the Punjab, where joining us is Danial Hassan, who is investigating where did all the sugar go and which utility stores it's available at.
People are getting sugar for ₹40 per kilogram from utility stores, as promised, but not without a struggle every afternoon. The Punjab government is now taking care of the supply of sugar for domestic consumers in both utility and general stores, after directly getting sugar from more than 40 mills in the province to avoid hoarding. Officials say that the 30-70 ratio of sugar for domestic and industrial use set by the Supreme Court respectively allocated only 1,800 metric tons to the province a day, while the total demand was for 6,000 metric tons. The Punjab government provided 4,000 metric tons to meet the demand for domestic use alone. Officials say that they have done more than enough, and it's a people's perception that needs to be changed.
All the people around there, if they need 2 to 3 kg per day for the month usage, they are going for 20 to 30 kg, which is not fair. I request all the people of Punjab as well as other provinces that whatever they need, they should get it. But to store a huge quantity of sugar, that is not fair.
Retailers accuse the millers of conniving with the authorities and sell more than the 70% quota to industrial users for better profits. Those who want to avoid long queues at the utility stores end up paying extra money for sugar bags at general stores, which are provided only a small quantity of sugar bags by the government. But the government says that the sight of long queues creates panic among the people, as they feel that sugar will not be available from the 1st of December, since the Supreme Court's decision to sell sugar at ₹40 a kg nullifies end of November. The Competition Commission of Pakistan believes that the new price from December 1st should be set in accordance with the demand and supply curve.
Government should intervene in places where it is necessary for them to intervene when there's a malfunctioning of the forces of demand and supply. They should keep, for example, a strategic reserve and bring it in whenever they find that there is a shortage of supply.
Analysts believe that starting from pricing to production, down to demand and selling, it was poor management that led to an uncalled for sugar crisis. Danial Hassan, Dawn News, Lahore.
Danial Hassan there reporting from Lahore. Let's now cross over to Karachi, where we try and find out who is actually causing the sugar crisis. Is it the retailers or the hoarders and the stockists? Adil Aidenwala is investigating the issue.
It's not just the consumers who are facing problems in getting sugar. Retailers and wholesalers are finding it equally difficult to get their hands on the commodity. Out of total 1,250 tons available, only 600 tons could have been sold over the last 3 days. And hundreds of desperate people gathered at the spot had to go home empty-handed as trading came to an abrupt end due to panic buying.
Only 2 decisions has been taken for the delivery of the cargo, and no other mill has given the cargo. So you can imagine how can we fulfill the retailers' demand.
Retailers are required to submit copies of their CNIC card, the shop numbers, trade license and contact number to get their share.
पहले जो मार्केट सप्लाई लाइन टूटी हुई थी उसी बिना पे जो है वो ज़्यादा रश की वजह से जो है वो नहीं हो सका, ज़्यादा लोग परेशान भी थे, किसी का माल भी गायब हुआ.
Under the government program, retailers are allowed to buy up to 5 bags of 50 kg each. The details of sugar sold to retailers is being recorded by wholesalers and it will be submitted to relevant officials. But retailers are free to sell the commodity to anybody as they are not required to submit any such data.
50 बैग्स का मतलब है तकरीबन आप 2500 केजी समझ लें उसको. तो 2500 केजी कम से कम अगर जो 2.5 किलो की भी वो पैकिंग करता है तो 1250 आदमियों को वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकता है.
Wholesalers believe that persistent sugar crisis at the wholesale markets will keep the retail outlets unorganized.
Of course, there are hundreds and thousands of retailers are in Karachi And if we are distributing to like 100 and 200 retailers, how can it be sufficient?
Despite having lifted 600 tons of sugar at 38 rupees a kilogram from wholesalers, during the last week, retailers are still charging up to 70 rupees a kilo instead of the official rate of 40 rupees a kilogram. Adil Adenwala, Dawn News, Karachi.
This is what the fuss is all about: sugarcane and the produce sugar. Now, this part of the program, we take a look at the possible solutions that we can find, and with us is Mr. Riaz Bhatt, who joins us again for his insight into what the solution may be. Mr. Bhatt, who is responsible?
देखिए, रिस्पॉन्सिबल तो गवर्नमेंट है, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट ने वक्त पे चीनी जो इम्पोर्ट नहीं की.
What is the possible solution?
इसका हल ये है कि एक तो फ्री इकॉनमी होनी चाहिए, फ्री ट्रेड होनी चाहिए. कि गवर्नमेंट को और जो हमारे केन कमिश्नर साहब हैं उनको साथ देना चाहिए कि वो हार्वेस्टिंग करवाएं, और ज़िम्मेदार को भी जल्दी गन्ना जो है ना काटना चाहिए. जैसे मिलें सारी स्टार्ट हो जाएंगी तो ये चीनी का क्राइसिस हो सकता है, ये कम हो जाए और ख़त्म हो जाए, भी पॉसिबल है. जैसे सारी शुगर मिलें चलेगी तो उससे ये बेनिफिट होगा कि चीनी जो है अवेलेबल होगी और कंपटीशन होगा. ओवरऑल मिलें आपस में जल्दी माल सेल करेंगी, क्योंकि उनको गन्ना है, उन्हें कैश खरीदना है. गन्ना चीनी क्राइसिस से हमारी जान छूट सकती है.
Well, that's it from the other story this week. I am Osama bin Javed. This week, we looked at the many faces of the sugar crisis, where the government is blaming millers blaming the farmers blaming the millers again, and the millers blaming the hoarders blaming the retailers, and so on and so forth. Well, the solution, as you heard, may be better management and good governance. Do write in with your opinions, comments and suggestions at the story at dawnnews.tv. Until next week, goodbye.